Well, I've got good news and bad news. I'll give you the bad news first. We've still got the tough heat to deal with for a couple of more days. High temperatures this afternoon on the way to around 100. And it feels like temperatures back in that 105 to 110 range. Most of us will stay dry, just a low chance of an isolated storm. But the good news is that we get toward the weekend. We see a big cool down, highs around 80 for Saturday and Sunday. That's your forecast from the WSIC Weather Center. Meteorologist Chase Myers.
Special buy, Randy Marion Chevrolet of Statesville and Randy Marion Chevrolet of Mooresville 2024 brand new Chevrolet Malibus. These are the LTs starting at $19,988. That's right, $19,988 brand new. Not a pre-owned car. Malibus starting at $19,988. That's right, Statesville Chevy, Mooresville Chevy. Come see us today. Pick the color, drive it home. You got it. King of price, king of deals. Randy Marion Chevrolet of Statesville, Randy Marion Mooresville.
The following is a paid program and does not necessarily reflect the views of WSIC.
Good morning and welcome to Heart Mooresville, your small town radio show with a big heart. I'm your host, Christine Patterson, bringing you all the Mooresville news and happenings. Also joining us today is guest co-host. Can I call you a guest anymore, though?
I don't know.
Because I feel like you're a regular every other week. Yeah. Miss Amy Sherrill, Arts and Events Supervisor. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, thank you for being here.
Yes, absolutely.
So Amy's such a good person to have on because she has her finger on the pulse of all things going on in Mooresville. She is, the leader of the events for the town of Mooresville, and she also leads permitted events, so she gets to work with awesome organizations like the Mooresville Downtown Commission.
Yay.
Who is joining us this morning. We have Executive Director Kim Atkins. Good morning.
Good morning.
And we have Event and Outreach Coordinator Megan Morrow.
Good morning.
Yes, we're going to talk about the Mooresville Downtown Commission, what it does, why you want to know about it, and why you want to come downtown. We're
Absolutely.
all of that in the second segment. But before we do, we always like to keep our listeners informed within the news. Some great stories that I want to share today. One is, well, first let me ask, have you ever heard of moto surfing?
No.
I'm not sure. I have it kind of pictured in my head, but I don't know.
where
if
you go
that's
up in
what
the
it
air?
is.
I mean, maybe, but maybe you can. I would assume if I was
you're
on it, I probably would. But
surfing with,
moto
like-
surfing, it's motorized surfing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
That's what I was
Motorized
thinking.
surfing. So apparently, we have a community of moto surfers in Lake Norman, and not just any moto surfers. These are like world class that go compete on the world stage moto surfers.
Okay.
And I was not aware of this community. So moto surf racing is steadily gaining popularity worldwide, and Lake Norman has become a hub of American excellence in the sport. Lake Norman is already home to 3 out of the 4 American qualifiers for next month's World Games in China. So
Wow.
3 out of the 4
Wow.
live here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
and they're out on Lake Norman just motor surfing it up. They recently played host to several top racers from Czechia, formerly known as the Czech Republic, where the sport was founded in 2012. So motor surf racing features athletes riding on motorized surfboards around a course that's marked by buoys, and then riders balance on the boards while attacking the course at high speeds of roughly 40 miles an hour. And there's tight turns around the buoys. That
sounds fun.
Yeah, it does sound fun. I would probably rather ride a motorized surfboard than have
To try to surf?
Right.
Try
Yeah.
to surf in the ocean. Yeah, with the
Either
waves.
way, I'm probably not up long.
Yeah, right?
I feel like it's kind of like wakeboarding without the rope,
yeah.
and the board kind of does it versus
Yeah.
holding on and the boat pulling you. That's the only way I can envision it. I
Yeah.
have to look it up.
You don't need a boat, I guess, because
No.
it's motorized.
Mhm.
You can just zip
don't need a
around
boat
on the
or a
lake
rope.
How do you
without.
steer it?
I
Your
don't.
feet, I would
It's a
think.
great question.
Yeah, if
I
you're
think it would be
Oh,
like,
yeah, it's
oh,
probably
like
like a balance
snowboarding.
thing.
Right.
Where you
Yeah.
just kind of turn your feet.
Yeah.
And the
Okay.
boards are made of carbon fiber.
Okay.
So it's a 2-stroke fuel injection engine, and it weighs about 45 pounds. So I mean, it's a pretty
That's
solid board.
Crazy.
I
Think
know.
about that.
Carbon fiber. Maybe Debotech
I was
could
gonna
make
say
them
that
for
when you
us.
said that.
We can make some custom moto
Bobsleds,
surfboards.
Surfboards.
Yeah. So, like I said, those 3 out of the 4 world competing athletes live here in Mooresville. They were out on the lake. They hosted some other, world class athletes in this sport, and they're getting ready to go to compete August 15th with the champions. It'll be the 15th through 17th in China.
Yeah.
And good luck.
Well, I guess
guys.
Lake
Good
Norman.
luck.
Yeah,
I guess
for
Lake
sure.
Norman. It must be big enough, and I guess they do it during the week when not all the craziness going on the weekends.
Yeah.
I mean,
I know. Maybe we
it's a busy
should,
lake.
maybe we should
They
get into moto surfing.
They
Yeah.
probably have a course set up somewhere.
Yeah.
You know, Lake Davison has that course
Mhm.
set up there
Right
where
there
a lot
at
of
the
people
bridge.
motor ski. I mean,
Mhm.
water ski right there.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And so maybe they have a
Ooh,
course set up.
You said
somewhere.
moto skiing. Maybe moto skiing is a
ski
thing
could be
too.
the next one.
We're gonna have
yeah.
to check into that. Maybe you just invented it
Motor
right
RVs.
here on Heart Mooresville. Get
Yep.
your moto
Right.
skis. I love it. All right. Well, yes. Congratulations to our moto surfing, hopefully champions from China. We'll have to follow up and let you know what happens if they win. All right. Also, a story that I want to talk about. So we are supposedly getting a new school in Mooresville. So we got a first glimpse at what this new $52 million elementary school would look like in Iredell County. They shared that first glimpse at the Board of Education meeting on Monday. It's $52 million, Parkertown Elementary School. It's designed for a capacity of about 720 students. It would be located at 218 Parkertown Road. I think we have a couple photos that we're going to throw up of what this first look looks like. This is expected to open for the 27-28 school year. The school's location should help relieve some of the overcrowding issues that we have in the school district. As we know, people are moving here and we're trying to keep up with that growth, and new schools is one of those things. So hopefully good news that we will get this added for that 27-28 school year. Lakeshore Elementary, Cottle Creek Elementary, and Lake Norman Elementary were all listed at or over capacity for the school district. So this would really help with that. The school system had plans for this elementary school, but that could hold nearly 1,000 students. They said about 720, but the budget given to the school system was a little bit ambitious, and so they had originally budgeted for about $40 million. They did have to increase that to $52 million, so I think there's still funding that they have to figure out. But they're hoping to expand that capacity too, and hoping to reach about 900 students instead of the 720. But the school, along with classrooms, would have its own cafeteria, gymnasium, media center, as well as office spaces for administration and support personnel. And the designs are expected to be finalized March 2026. So we'll have to keep looking on that.
That is so much better than just adding trailers outside of the existing buildings.
Yeah,
I agree.
Much better experience for the students and the teachers
Absolutely.
as well, and the community.
I grew up with that too. We had trailers when I went to school. I mean, it's been an issue. This is not a new issue.
Right.
Schools get filled,
Quickly.
Yeah. So I hope that everything comes through on that. They get the funding, and we have a new Parkerstown Elementary School soon.
So that would be in the Iredell
Yep.
school system.
Yeah, Iredell
District.
ISS.
Yep.
Not Mooresville graded.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. And the last story that I want to point out. So we have I don't know if I'll say she's new, but Mooresville has a new-ish town manager. She's been here since April 2024, and she was recently credentialed through the International City County Management Association. Congratulations, Miss Tracy Jerome.
Yeah.
She is one of more than 1,300 local government management professionals that are currently credentialed through the ICMA voluntary credentialing program. ICMA's mission is to advance professional local government through leadership, management, innovation, and ethics, and increase the proficiency of appointed chief administrative officers. It's a prestigious credential among this community. And Tracy, just a little bit about her. So she joined us April 29th, 2024. So she comes with a lot of experience, about 20 years of experience. She has a very, experienced background, interesting background. She came from El Paso. So congratulations, Tracy. We're glad to have you here, and congrats on the credential.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to be
Nice.
right back with Heart Mooresville after the break.
Stick around. More I Heart Mooresville with host Christine Patterson and Don Smile is coming up on WSIC. Local starts here.
Well, I've got good news and bad news. I'll give you the bad news first. We've still got the tough heat to deal with for a couple of more days. High temperatures this afternoon on the way to around 100. And it feels like temperatures back in that 105 to 110 range. Most of us will stay dry, just a low chance of an isolated storm. But the good news is that we get toward the weekend. We see a big cool down, highs around 80 for Saturday and Sunday. That's your forecast from the WSIC Weather Center. Meteorologist Chase Myers.
Here is your WSIC community calendar. The Piedmont Healthcare Friday After 5 Outdoor Concert Series returns to downtown Statesville. Y2K Kids brings a tribute show to the 2000s of pop and rock music. The band covers artists like Bruno Mars, Kelly Clarkson, Lady Gaga, and more. This free concert will be held on West Broad Street in front of Mitchell Community College beginning at 6 p.m. Beer, wine, soft drinks, and food will be available for purchase beginning at 5. Bring your chairs and enjoy a night of music with Friday After 5 in downtown Statesville. The 500 Club in Statesville presents Member Happy Hour on Friday. Members receive one complimentary drink ticket. Member Happy Hour is every first Friday in the courtyard, weather permitting. Visit the 500 Club online for more information on the Victory Lane Sports Bar and Grill, tea times, and live entertainment. Downtown Mooresville presents a mashup event of music and food on Saturday. The Festival of Food Trucks begins at 5 p.m. along Main Street. Plus, Liberty Park welcomes 38 Special to the amphitheater. Saturday will be big in downtown Mooresville with the Festival of Food Trucks on Main Street and the 38 Special concert at Liberty Park. Sparks will fly as the metal-mashing 2,000 horsepower machines of the Cookout Monster Truck Bash return to the dirt track at Charlotte for a night of high-flying action. Bring a Cookout Cup for free early access to the pit party beginning at 4:30 p.m. Gates open at 5, while opening ceremonies are at 7. Click on CharlotteMotorspeedway.com for Monster Truck Bash tickets, information on the pit party and ride-alongs, as well as other Speedway events. Stay up to date and find out about local events, job opportunities, real estate information, and more. Visit liveworkplaylkn.com and sign up for the weekly newsletter. That's liveworkplaylkn.com.
Tilly Harley-Davidson is simply the best, and their service department is second to none. Right now, 1K, 5K, and 10K M8 service is only $351.25 plus tax, including SIN 3 and heavy gear oil. Stop by to schedule your next service or online at tillyhd.com. Be road ready with Tilly of Statesville.
I Heart Mooresville. Ooh, we should put that on a t-shirt. Sorry, New York. 105.9, 100.7, WSIC. Local starts here.
All right, and we're back with I Heart Mooresville, talking with Miss Kim Atkins and Megan Morrow of the Mooresville Downtown Commission. Thank you again for joining us.
Happy to be here.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
So I guess first, I want to talk. I want you to kind of give our listeners an overview of what the Mooresville Downtown Commission does, in case they're not familiar.
So, thank you. The Mooresville Downtown Commission is a 501c4 nonprofit. It came into existence in the late 80s. And for people who have been around Mooresville for a long time, had a lot of Mooresville leadership involved in creating the organization. Mitchell Mack, Sarah Tice, Ellis Kelly.
Wow.
Lots and lots of people.
Legacy names in Mooresville, if you know.
Mooresville, yeah, were some of the people on the charter of our organization. And basically what we do, we are a little bit of economic development. We work with our small businesses. We do promotions. We do marketing. We also work with property owners if they're redeveloping a property. And that's a lot of what is behind the scenes for us. Most people know us for our events.
Yes. Well, because they're so fun. And,
Yeah,
you
the
know,
bright, shiny penny things.
Yeah.
Are what gets
Yeah.
the most
yeah,
attention.
you're like, oh, this is so much fun, and this is what people know me for. But also, we do these other things.
Yeah.
No, you guys are such great advocates for small business, and we'll talk a little bit about that later. But I think people kind of don't have that behind the scenes of everything that you guys do and what you're involved in. And I know over the last 5 years, I've learned so much about how you support downtown businesses, and it is more than just planning food truck events and other sipping shops. So much more. So we'll talk about a little bit of that later. But the shiny penny that we're all excited about is the Festival of Food Trucks Rock the Park mashup this Saturday.
Yes.
Yes.
August 2nd.
Yes. So I think we have a little clip for our promo video. Roll that footage.
Mooresville is about to take hot summer nights to a whole new level. Join the party August 2nd at the spectacular Liberty Park Amphitheater for a Rock the Park and Festival of Food Trucks mashup featuring rock legends 38 Special, presented by Habit Burger. 5 decades of powerhouse smash hits, 20 million records sold, countless gold and platinum albums. Bring the family, hit the food trucks, experience the downtown social district, and bask in a night of Southern rock royalty. Don't miss this unforgettable, free Rock the Park and Festival of Food Trucks event, 5 to 8:30 p.m. Saturday, August 2nd with Supergroup 38 Special, presented by Habit Burger, and a special opening performance by Jason Hayes. The show starts at 7. 2 great events, 1 legendary band, awesome experience.
We're going to rock it on Saturday.
Yes, we
rock it into the night.
Yes.
That video makes me so excited.
Oh, I'm so excited. I saw them. This is going to tell you how old I am. I remember going to see them at the Bojangles Coliseum when I was in high school.
Really?
Yeah, I think it was probably like one of the second or third concerts my parents allowed me to go to.
Oh, wow.
With
By
my
yourself.
friends.
Nice. I know I've had a couple people come up and say, can I bring I have a ticket stub from when I went when I was a
Oh,
kid.
that's
Do you think
awesome.
they'd sign it? And I'm like, you can try. I don't know. But yeah, I think
Can
it's
always try.
nostalgic
Yeah.
for people.
Mhm.
So obviously this event, we're so excited about, but somebody asked me this. We're like, oh, well, do you partner with the Downtown Commission a lot on events? And I'm like, we do Christmas, but other than Christmas, this is really the first one we ventured out on. And I think it's because both of our we're so busy. We just don't have time. But I think this will be interesting and maybe lead to more partnerships, hopefully.
Yeah, we're excited. Yeah.
So I guess for people that are hoping to come, and hopefully we can persuade some people to come, let's give them an overview of what they're going to expect on Saturday. So up on Main Street, what's going on? Set the scene.
Main Street is going to be chock full of food trucks. We have 18 total food trucks, including, of course, food and desserts and some lemonade type beverages and cold treats. And it's going to be a cool 80-ish degrees. So we're really
Oh, I
excited
know.
about
The weather's
that.
going to be so fabulous.
A cool 80 degrees.
Yeah.
Let's hope.
Yeah.
Yes. And then so in addition to the food trucks, there are some amazing businesses on Main Street.
Right.
And will they be open? Are there anything special going on?
Yep. So the many of our businesses stay open during events like these. Typically, our food trucks bring around 4,000 people on a normal food truck weekend. Obviously weather dependent and some more crowded, some less crowded, but average around 4. So our businesses typically stay open because there's so many people downtown. On a regular food truck weekend, we also use Broad Street. And so we'll have some businesses on Broad Street that are going to come up to Main Street. They're going to crash Main Street on
Nice.
August 2nd.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And then we'll have some businesses on Broad Street who are not going to come up to Main Street just because of product line and things like that. But although 80 degrees would help with that. But so be sure and visit Broad Street too. There's a social district. We've got social district businesses located on Broad Street and along Main Street. They'll all be out in front of their businesses and
Our bars
activating.
a lot of our bars and restaurants come out and activate on the street, and they'll be serving, and participating in the event. And so it's a lot of fun. It's family fun, friendly, good time to be had by all. We're going to have I think we're having a live stream, right? Of what's going on in the park. We're going to have a live stream on Main Street of what's going on the park, as well as one end of the food. We're doing 2 blocks of Main Street for this food truck. And we're going to have a DJ down at the far end, DJ Festivus.
I was hoping you would say the name.
DJ Festivus.
Shout
for the
out
rest
DJ
of us.
Festivus.
Yeah. But, there'll be a lot going on, a lot of fun. fun things to do, as well as, if you're up getting food at the food trucks, you can still see what's going on at the park and not miss out.
Yes,
So.
I love that. And so people know when you put your chairs on the lawn, go up to Main Street, there's going to be a whole hour, 2 hours before the main event even starts. So you can shop. You can get your food.
Drink.
You can sit up there even when the show starts. If the lawn's too crowded, you can sit up on Main Street, see the show, and hear the show. There's visual and sound on that live stream screen, and just enjoy the best of downtown while watching 38 specials.
Yeah,
I know.
What a cool experience,
Yeah.
But I love that that this expanded footprint also allows for that, and I think people will like that, being able to kind of visit the shops and get food where, maybe before that wasn't, encouraged. I really love that about this. And then there's lots of seating. So we've brought in an inordinate amount of picnic tables.
Yeah. I'm excited about the picnic tables.
Yeah.
Lots of extra seating all around. So Main Street, we'll have some picnic tables. We'll have them on Church Street, in the park, everywhere. We also, for Rock the Park, we'll have some sponsors down there that'll be giving away free swag and all the things. So there's lots going on this Saturday.
Are you guys doing a shuttle too this time?
Park and ride
Yes.
shuttle.
Yeah.
We got a park and ride shuttle.
That's awesome.
Park and ride shuttle. Yes. So let's talk about parking.
Yeah.
For the event.
That's always.
Since you brought it up, Megan. So
Always.
parking. There is parking downtown.
There's lots of parking downtown.
And it may not be the first space.
It will not be.
Next to the park or Main Street.
But it will not. But most of the time, most of the parking you can find, just like if you were to park at the back of the Walmart and walk in. I mean, it's literally that close. So it just feels like it's farther sometimes because it's in a downtown area, but it's really not far away.
Not at all.
We put out a lovely parking map, and it's on our website at mooresvilleevents.com. We'll also share it on social media, and that parking map has all of the lots that are available to public parking. There's more, but this is just the main ones. There's 13 or 14 parking lots on there. The War Memorial, which has this cute little trail that leads you right in. So
right to the park.
Liberty Park, absolutely.
Easy parking.
Our accessible parking is at the lower lot, the mural.
That's
the
right.
lower lot is CMCC.
And that's all accessible parking. So we have created additional accessible parking for this event specifically. Also, Town Hall, which is normally a gated lot, we have open for these events. So you can park at Town Hall. And then that lot on the corner of Iredell and Church. So that's in addition to the normal lot. There are many, many lots that will be open and accessible for this event. So lots of parking. But if you just, can't find a space or you don't want to deal with looking for it,
Shuttle.
park at 750 West Iredell Avenue.
One Mooresville Center. Shuttle will pick you up and drop you off.
And it runs continuously. So if you forgot something in your car, don't worry. That shuttle's going to be in and out all evening long. So,
That's great.
Yeah,
That's great.
Don't worry about it. Now, in addition to events like this, and obviously this is part of the series of the Food Truck Festival. So after this event, how many more food trucks do you have?
We will have 2. September 6th and October 4th will be the last food truck event of the season.
We have some good bands at that one, too. The September 6th event, we're going to have Cole Ritter and the Night Owls. He was on one of the, he came last year out of Nashville. He was on one of the shows where you go and sing and get discovered, and he did really well, and he's really, really good.
Okay.
And then we have our local dial-up radio is going to be with us on October 4th. So the 2 bands we have coming up, I'm excited about them.
Those both sound good. Yeah, and everyone loves, they're a local favorite. Dial-up radio is definitely local favorite. No, I'm excited about the Night Owls. That sounds good.
Yeah, they were really great last year.
They were.
We're excited to have them back.
Nice. Okay. Well, we are talking with the Mooresville Downtown Commission. We're going to talk to them a little more after the break. We'll be right back on Heart Mooresville on WSIC News.
Stay in the know with all things Mooresville. Heart Mooresville continues next on 105.9 100.7 WSIC.
Well, I've got good news and bad news. I'll give you the bad news first. We've still got the tough heat to deal with for a couple of more days. High temperatures this afternoon on the way to around 100. And it feels like temperatures back in that 105 to 110 range. Most of us will stay dry, just a low chance of an isolated storm. But the good news is that we get toward the weekend. We see a big cool down, highs around 80 for Saturday and Sunday. That's your forecast from the WSIC Weather Center. Meteorologist Chase Myers.
Hi. This is Bob McIntosh with the McIntosh Law Firm in Davidson. Since 1997, we have been committed to providing our clients with competent, caring, and experienced legal services. Learn more at McIntoshLawFirm.com.
Have you taken the DESCO Challenge? DESCO is where the professional goes for electrical supplies.
My name is Ashley. I just redid the lighting in my home, and the customer experience at DESCO was second to none.
See for yourself at DESCOInc.com.
Harrison's is the home of Work Western, and wow! For nearly 30 years, our family has been boots on the ground when it comes to work. We have the largest selection of in-stock boots in the Carolinas and the best workwear brands like Harriet, Carhartt, and Wrangler. Find us on Norman Station Boulevard in Mooresville.
Jay White here from Central Line of Realty. At Central Line of Realty, we believe it's all about you. If you're selling a home, buying a home, or adding doors to your rental portfolio, put the team at Central Line of Realty to work for you. Go to centrallineofrealty.com and let's get started.
How can we make your day spotless? Yes, I'm Andrea, owner of Spotless Cleaning. Of course, our technicians do the extras. It surprises people. Yes, baseboards, window frames, and of course, toilets. Not maids, trained technicians. Exactly. In Brazil, my grandparents taught me to live my life without guilt. Yes, more time means better, bigger life. Yes, with Spotless Cleaning, you live it. Plus, have a clean house. SpotlessCleaningNC.com.
Ready to take control of your weight with real medical support? At Renew Specialty Group, we offer semaglutide, tirzepatide, and now retatrutide with complimentary consultations, personalized plans, and real results. Visit RenewHealthWellnessNC.com. Your transformation starts here.
Locally owned, community and faith driven, Varsity Zone HVAC of Mooresville is your hometown team. Licensed experts who live where you live. From comfort to care, we've got you covered around the lake and beyond. Visit varsityzone.com and stay cool, Lake Norman.
Make your work easier with Eagle Rentals of Troutman and Statesville. Eagle Rentals has generators, heaters, fans, painting equipment, floor care equipment, pressure washers, lighting equipment, and lawn care equipment. Plus, Eagle Rentals has construction equipment like forklifts, bobcat loaders, backhoes, excavators, and more. Reserve online at eaglerentals.com. That's eaglerentals.com.
Welcome to a Bible Minute with Pastor Randy Mitchell from Temple Baptist Church in Statesville.
The Bible says in 1 John chapter 2, verse number 15, "Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him." Folks, when God talks about loving the world is not just the breaking of the Ten Commandments. The world is a system, and the worldly system is orchestrated by Satan. It feeds off of our fleshly sinful nature, and it's everything about us that wants to influence us and affect our life toward things that dishonor God. The next verse talks about the lust of the flesh and the lust of the eyes and the pride of life. These are all the things, the categories of the love of the world. But obviously, a relationship with God is a love relationship. We have to make a choice. You can love the world or you can love God, but you can't do both.
Thanks for listening to a Bible Minute with Pastor Randy Mitchell here on WSIC.
24/7 worldwide, non-stop.
WSIC.
Local starts here.
This is a Bloomberg Money Minute. Shares of UPS are taking a hit, down more than 8%. The shipping giant declined to give investors a financial forecast for the year, saying it's due to all the economic uncertainty right now. UPS has been struggling to recapture the volume it experienced during the early years of the pandemic when everyone was shopping online while stuck at home. It's been working to cut costs by closing some of its facilities as well as trimming jobs. As competition in the weight loss drug market continues to heat up, it seems Novo Nordisk, known for its prescription drug Wegovy, is falling behind in sales. In a surprise update, the Danish pharma company just lowered its financial forecast. forecast. Novo Nordisk has been fighting to regain its leading position in the obesity market. The slashed forecast reflects the continued use of cheaper compounded copies of Wegovy and slower than expected market growth. And after reporting better than expected sales and rising profits, AstraZeneca, makers of drugs like Nexium and Farxiga, may start selling some of its medicines directly to patients in the U.S., joining several other drug makers that have plans to bypass the middleman, a.k.a. your local pharmacy. Erica Herskowitz, Bloomberg Radio.
The button pushing stops here.
WSIC. Local starts here.
Call now to speak with Heart Mooresville hosts Christine Patterson and Don Smile at 844-STUDIO-4. It's Heart Mooresville on WSIC.
And we're back with Heart Mooresville, talking with Kim and Megan of the Mooresville Downtown Commission. Talked about the awesome event coming up this Saturday, August 2nd at Liberty Park. It's the Festival of Food Trucks. Rock the Park mashup event. First time ever. Bringing the two together. It's going to be one epic event, two awesome organizations, and featuring headlining band 38 Special. So 5 to 9, Liberty Park. Do not miss this event. It's going to be one for the books. Now, the Mooresville Downtown Commission, in addition to the food truck festivals that we just talked about, you got some great bands coming up. You guys really do events all year long. So tell us about some of the other events that you host.
So Summer Sidewalk Sale is coming up August 23rd.
Ooh.
And that really is just the end of summer wrap up, before we head into the fourth quarter. Businesses, sometimes they will sell some of their Christmas products or just have something fun going on in their business. So that's coming up. And then really we will start gearing up for Small Business Saturday and Plaid Friday. Plaid Friday parallels Black Friday, same day as Black Friday, but it is about small businesses. And the plaid comes from the weaving together of, community and connecting community. And so we celebrate Plaid Friday and Small Business Saturday. And so we'll start gearing up for that.
Gearing up for that holiday shopping, folks.
Yes.
Do it
It's around the
early.
corner.
Do it.
I can't believe we're like months away.
It's
from
just
Christmas.
coming. Because it's 100 degrees outside.
Yes.
It's hard to believe.
Kind of
I
ready
saw on
for
the
it
news
at
this
point.
morning something about Halloween in July, and I'm like, what is that?
No,
Yeah,
it's just
I didn't
once
like
a
that.
year.
No.
I went to Marshall's
Not a fan.
month ago, and they had Halloween stuff up.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's getting earlier and earlier. They should just put all the holidays out all year so that way everyone has
sections.
access to it.
We just finished up Christmas in July in downtown. We had the Sip and Shop Christmas in July last weekend, and a lot of folks came out for that. And they have some of our stores downtown had sales, and some of them pulled out their Christmas stuff that they had to sell
nice.
and put it on sale again. And I feel like the jewelry store had 20% off of jewelry and stuff like that. And, just there was a lot of
that's a
folks
good deal.
downtown. And we had the barbershop quartet out there
Oh.
that comes for Christmas when we do the
I
Christmas
love
Sip and
those
Shops.
guys.
And I
Yeah.
heard Santa.
And Santa showed up. Yes, Santa was at D.E. Turner Hardware.
Oh.
And he rode away in his red
Convertible.
he has a red
Oh,
car
yeah.
that he
Mhm,
rides
red
around
convertible.
in. But
Nice.
but everybody was out and about last Friday night,
Yeah.
and that was fun to see.
No, I heard it was really, really good. I didn't get a chance to come, but I definitely want to do that because Christmas in July is. That's
So I get that, but
I
I'm
need to
not
start.
I'm not jumping on this bandwagon.
No,
with
not
the
Halloween.
No, thank you.
No.
Nope. Not
Halloween.
Different for Christmas. I
Yes.
feel like.
And then, in addition to events, as we talked a little bit about earlier, we work with businesses, to help them with promotions. We do lots of newsletters and, of course, use social media like you guys do. And but we have a couple of new businesses on Broad Street. Base Barbershop is a new business, and Alley Oop Culture Exchange. And what I really love about both of those businesses, and Alley Oop even said this at their opening. So the guys that opened Alley Oop graduated from Mooresville High School. And he said when we graduated, and of course they went off to school and, did their thing and got their degrees. And he said, when I graduated from high school, I swore I would never come back to Mooresville. I swore I would never come back. And then look, here we are. I don't know what year he graduated, but it's been 5 or 8 years. And he's like, but look what's going on in downtown. And, and this is where we want to be now. And so, that's really day in and day out what we work towards is attracting businesses and having a good setting for those businesses to be successful.
Yeah. And I would say, just that testimonial right there with what Alley Oop said, is such a testament to the work that has been done by your organization, by the town, to improve that atmosphere of downtown Mooresville over the past, 10, 15 years even.
Yeah.
Because it is such a different experience to someone that, was in high school 10 years ago. That's like, I'm
not coming back.
No.
That's what I said.
Not coming back here. This is
here
not what I want to
Yeah.
be. This is not what is a positive experience for me. And now that has changed where everyone wants to be downtown.
Yeah.
It definitely has a personality now.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, absolutely. And it's a sense of community as well as, there's different places you can go and find different things. I mean, if you need art, we have art. If you need if you need alley-oop, what are they're doing the vintage sports clothing.
A lot of it is sports, but they,
Yeah.
I watched a little video they did of themselves the other day, and they're very intentional about the clothes they have in there,
Yes.
and they also stated in their opening if it wouldn't be in their store, it would be in the landfill, and
Yep.
so they really, but it is geared towards sports collectibles type,
Oh,
clothing, hats, games.
I got a
it's
vintage Pittsburgh Steelers shirt in there the other day,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah, I got my Tar Heel hat there. Yes,
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's great, but definitely we have worked for a long time to have that kind of buzz and attraction of, people want their business in downtown, but then people want to be in
Enjoy it,
downtown
yeah.
and experience it and enjoy it. And
I think we've also had a lot of luck in creating some of that atmosphere, like where we partner with the town and kind of close down Moore Avenue there and kind
Yeah.
of have the lights running and the picnic area. Right now it's a little bit of a construction area, but kind of making downtown beautiful and vibrant is
Yeah.
it is important, and we kind of work in partnership with the town on that.
Yeah.
Right.
And then kind of I think that really helps what's going on and the vibe. the
Yeah.
vibe.
it's a cool place to hang out, even if you just
Mhm.
want to have a cup of coffee with a friend
Mhm.
or take your son or daughter to get an ice cream
Mhm.
cone, and to have places to sit and
Yeah.
to Megan's point, experience community and maybe meet some people, and
Mhm.
because I feel like that's harder and harder to do today with
Yeah.
so much stuff on social media and so much negative news, and you really want a place where you can come and just have a good experience.
I agree. Yeah, I think
Community
those
hub.
spaces are very
Think so.
important to
Yeah.
have in addition to the businesses. And what do you feel like makes our downtown specifically unique compared to other downtowns? Because I think we do have this unique feel. What is that?
So I had, I've said for many, probably a decade plus, that we have the best downtown between Statesville and Charlotte, because there's a lot of communities that don't
Yeah.
have a downtown anymore.
I-
They've
Pretty sure WSSE rated us number one downtown.
Yay.
Between that radius
There's lots
there.
of other
I like it.
communities doing it now. I feel
Mhm.
like
Yeah.
kind of reinventing their downtown. I feel like we just
Yeah.
did it first.
Well, and we have the historic,
better.
the backdrop. We have and
True.
we do through the town of Mooresville's planning department. We have in a historic overlay, so you cannot significantly change the facade of a building. You can't just go tear it down and build something new. And so there are some protections to keep that history in place. So that's really important. But I also had an economic development person who used to work in Mooresville. He's been gone a long time, but he said he was in Mooresville. He left and then came back, and he said, I don't know what it is about Mooresville, but there's a special sauce. And I can't put my finger on
Yeah.
exactly, it's not one thing, but I do think Mooresville is welcoming, and there's just a special sauce.
Yeah, and I think a lot of the business owners that are down there, I mean, this is the people like investing their hard-earned money, their hopes and
Right.
dreams
Yeah.
into downtown, and they really try to work together
Yeah.
a lot and support each other. And both of us having been small business owners, we get that, we understand that, and how scary and
Yeah.
hard that is. But I feel like the community of businesses that are down there, they work together, and I feel like they feel like it's a
Yeah.
community, and I think that also helps with that special sauce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
feel like
agree.
it's a family.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. The people that are involved, especially the people leading, the MDC are business owners, people that have been there or past business owners.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
I think that definitely makes a difference of, from the advocacy standpoint. And you have, just such a great mix of businesses. All right. Well, we're talking with the Mooresville Downtown Commission. We'll be right back after the break here on iHeart Mooresville WSIC News.
As local as Mooresville. Christine Patterson and Don Smile host iHeart Mooresville on 105.9, 100.7 WSIC.
Well, I've got good news and bad news. So I'll give you the bad news first. We've still got the tough heat to deal with for a couple of more days. High temperatures this afternoon on the way to around 100. And it feels like temperatures back in that 105 to 110 range. Most of us will stay dry, just a low chance of an isolated storm. But the good news is that we get toward the weekend. We see a big cool down, highs around 80 for Saturday and Sunday. That's your forecast from the WSIC Weather Center. Meteorologist Chase Myers.
Here is your WSIC community calendar. The Piedmont Healthcare Friday After 5 outdoor concert series returns to downtown Statesville. Y2K Kids brings a tribute show to the 2000s of pop and rock music. The band covers artists like Bruno Mars, Kelly Clarkson, Lady Gaga, and more. This free concert will be held on West Broad Street in front of Mitchell Community College beginning at 6 p.m. Beer, wine, soft drinks, and food will be available for purchase beginning at 5. Bring your chairs and enjoy a night of music with Friday After 5 in downtown Statesville. The 500 Club in Statesville presents Member Happy Hour on Friday. Members receive one complimentary drink ticket. Member Happy Hour is every first Friday in the courtyard, weather permitting. Visit the 500 Club online for more information on the Victory Lane Sports Bar and Grill, tea times, and live entertainment. Downtown Mooresville presents a mashup event of music and food on Saturday. The Festival of Food Trucks begins at 5 p.m. along Main Street. Plus, Liberty Park welcomes 38 Special to the amphitheater. Saturday will be big in downtown Mooresville with the Festival of Food Trucks on Main Street and the 38 Special concert at Liberty Park. Sparks will fly as the metal-mashing 2,000 horsepower machines of the Cookout Monster Truck Bash return to the dirt track at Charlotte for a night of high-flying action. Bring a Cookout Cup for free early access to the pit party beginning at 4:30 p.m. Gates open at 5, while opening ceremonies are at 7. Click on CharlotteMotorspeedway.com for Monster Truck Bash tickets, information on the pit party and ride-alongs, as well as other Speedway events. Stay up to date and find out about local events, job opportunities, real estate information, and more. Visit liveworkplaylkn.com and sign up for the weekly newsletter. That's liveworkplaylkn.com.
Looking good, Mooresville. I mean, you're sitting at that traffic light too. Might as well be looking at something. iHeart Mooresville continues now on WSIC.
And we're back with iHeart Mooresville, talking with Kim and Megan with the Mooresville Downtown Commission. I feel like we have talked about so much that you guys do. It's like, it makes me tired to think about all of the things that you guys manage. But there's even more. So we talked about kind of your event lineup throughout the year. You just hosted Christmas in July, and you have the summer sidewalk sale coming up August 23rd.
August 23rd, yes, ma'am.
And then we get into fall, and don't even get you guys started because you guys have some awesome fall events, Halloween and fall for downtown, and the beautiful displays in John Franklin Moore Park.
Yes, we love those.
Yeah.
But you do other things as well to help advocate for businesses and create that downtown experience. Tell us a little bit about, social district and historic preservation.
So, as I mentioned earlier, historic preservation, there is an overlay over a portion of downtown that protects those buildings. If you're going to change something on the exterior of the building, you do have to go through the town of Mooresville and get a certificate of appropriateness for any changes that you're doing on the exterior. And it is in place basically just to protect that history that we have for some of these buildings that were built in the late 1800s, early 1900s. And, as we said earlier, just to keep our history in place, keep our downtown core in place. And you can't replicate that today.
No. No, and I think that's definitely one of the things like that goes into that's an ingredient in the special sauce.
Yeah, right. Absolutely.
Because if we didn't have that in place, what would downtown look like?
Right.
We don't know.
It looked like some neighborhoods in Charlotte that just
a mix
all
of
new
their
buildings,
history down.
all new buildings.
All new construction.
Yeah. That's important. Yeah.
And then with our social district in 2021, due to COVID, the state passed legislation to try and help businesses that really been impacted. If you think about the service businesses, the hotels, the restaurants, the bars were really impacted by COVID, having to be shut down and things like that. And so they created legislation that allows local communities to create a social district. And basically that means you could go into a permitted businesses. They have to have a permit through the town of Mooresville, but you can purchase a beer or whatever you choose to purchase, and you can walk around within a certain area of downtown with it. And it was really meant that if someone purchases their beverage, they can walk in another business and shop while they're still having that beverage. Now, that business that they walk into also has to give permission for it to be brought in, and they can also say, no, you can't bring it in here. We have businesses that say you can't bring that in here, whether, that's for legal reasons based on what they sell, or they just don't want it in their store. That's an option as well. But one of my favorite stories about the social district, and this is, I think, why the intent behind it is, we were out setting up for an event. I think it was a food truck event one day, and there's these two women walking down the street and two men coming across the crosswalk. So they're parallel to it, getting ready to intersect each other. And the women are like, we're not done.
Yeah.
Like they want to still shop. We're not done. And the two men are like, we're not either. They have a social district. And so they could walk around with their wives and shop. But the wives initially thought like the husbands were ready to leave and we're not done. And so I think that's a perfect example of what the social district is about. It just allows for flexibility. It doesn't encourage anybody to drink more. It doesn't encourage anybody to, overserve, but it's just about some flexibility while they walk around and enjoy our downtown.
It's about the
You
experience.
can sit in the park.
Right?
You can, go sit in the park out there beside Delset and Delish, and you can sit on Moore Avenue now. And, all the other little places, some of the benches up and down the street.
Yeah. No, what a great thing to help, support businesses and improve that experience for users. I mean, who doesn't want to have a beer or a glass of wine while you're shopping?
Yeah, just promotes people to move around.
Yeah.
Other
Not just stay in one
businesses.
location.
Absolutely. Well, first of all, thank you all so much for everything that you do to advocate for downtown businesses and for creating
we love it.
the experience.
It's a pleasure. It really is.
Yeah,
Especially
It's a passion.
community.
Yeah, it's a passion. Yeah.
Well, if people want to learn more about the Mooresville Downtown Commission, where can they go?
DowntownMooresville.com.
Easy to remember.
Yeah.
Easy to remember. And then you have social media handles too, Downtown Mooresville.
Downtown Mooresville on both Facebook and Instagram. We have, of course, a Google business page, all Downtown Mooresville. But on our website, we have monthly events. We have our signature events, so you can figure out the dates for all of our events for the entire year. There's information on the social district. There's a shopping page, a dining page. So
There's
whatever
a
you're looking
volunteer
for.
page. People want to volunteer to help out with
Nice
our
plug
events.
there, Megan.
Good job,
We're always
Megan.
looking for volunteers.
We are
Yes,
always
for
looking
sure.
for volunteers.
Yes, no, this is a great website. That is downtownmooresville.com. Head over and check out all the great things that they have coming up and, hit that volunteer tab if you want to donate your
Please.
time.
Please hit that volunteer tab.
You will love it, right?
Yeah.
Get
Ladies, thank
involved.
you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having
Right.
us. Always a pleasure.
Okay, Amy,
Yes.
what else do we have going on in
Lots
Mooresville?
of stuff. Lots of stuff.
So I guess in addition to this Saturday, that is not the last Rock the Park.
Nope.
The last Rock the Park,
Well, we have September
yes, is September 6th.
6th. Yes. 6th? Yes.
5th.
5th. Friday.
5th.
It's
Sorry.
the 5th because we have food trucks on the 6th.
Yeah,
That's right.
It's Friday.
Fifth.
Yeah, and it's Jimmy Buffett.
All these dates, they're swirling around in my mind.
Jimmy Buffett.
That's right. Buffett and Beyond. And Buffett and Beyond actually came and gave us an in-studio performance on the Good Morning
Ooh.
Lake Norman show this morning.
Oh, really?
They performed
Nice.
Margaritaville live in
How
the
was
studio,
that?
and it was awesome.
Yeah.
So if that is a little taste of what the show is going to be like, this
Yeah.
is going to be
It's
amazing.
a big show.
Yeah.
I mean, last time we had a tribute for Jimmy Buffett, it was one of our largest shows.
It's probably one of the most requested.
It is.
That and Elvis
Mm-hmm.
are like
Interesting.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
The two
Well,
most
Elvis,
requested.
yeah. Elvis is a lot at CMCC. For
Yeah,
Sure.
very, very requested show. No, it's going to be a great show. They set the tone. You felt like you were in Key West, baby. They had on Hawaiian
it.
shirts, the lace,
love
like
it, yeah.
flip flops,
The
the,
vibes.
whole vibe,
Mhm.
and they sounded great. So it's going to be a great show, and they actually bring a lot of interactive like props and
good.
they have like blow up pools and like it's
fun.
it's gonna be fun. So
Really a lot of dancing, I think. There,
yeah,
people will get up and dance.
Lots of dancing, beach balls,
Mm-hmm.
just photo opportunities. It's gonna be a fun time.
Wind down summer and get ready for fall. Yeah.
And you can't have summer without Jimmy Buffett. So
that's right.
You gotta close it out. So it's gonna be a great time, and that is September 5th, and that is
Friday.
at Liberty Park.
Mm-hmm.
And that show starts 6:30.
6:30 to 8:30.
Food trucks and brews will be available at 6 o'clock, but the show starts at 6:30.
It's free. Come on out.
Free. That's right. And it is free because of our wonderful sponsors
Yes.
that allow us to bring these high quality entertainers to downtown Mooresville. The Rock the Park concert series presented by Habit Burger this season. Thank you so much to Habit Burger. And then we have some other great sponsors like Piedmont Healthcare and Avalon and Allen Tate and State Farm and TDS, all of these organizations that are so generous and support this music series for us every year. There's also a special event coming up a week later, after that, which is September 13th. The Bands, Brews, and Barbecue Festival.
Fan
big one.
favorite.
Oh, that
Yeah.
is, yeah.
Yeah.
Big one.
That is
Probably
a big one.
the biggest thing we do
Yeah.
all year.
Definitely our biggest event.
And I think we have a clip, our promo clip.
Here we go.
Back, the region's premier fall event. Join us Saturday, September 13th for the town of Mooresville's 3rd annual Bands, Brews, and Barbecue Festival presented by DeBotech, featuring mouth-watering offerings from the region's best barbecue food trucks. Sample a huge variety of the finest craft beers from local breweries at the B3 Beer Garden. Check out the Family Fun Zone presented by Piedmont Healthcare with amusement rides, games, and fun for all ages. Throughout it all, an incredible lineup of regional bands on stage at the phenomenal Liberty Park Amphitheater. And get ready. This year, 2 national acts appear live on the DeBotech stage. Multi-platinum recording artist Night Ranger and Jefferson Starship. And thanks to DeBotech, you're invited to a special meet and greet with the U.S. Olympic bobsled team, who'll be on site at the event. It's a true community party honoring the best of Mooresville with a full evening of family fun. That's the Bands, Brews, and Barbecue Festival presented by DeBotech, September 13th from 4 to 9 in downtown Mooresville. Don't miss it.
Looks exciting.
Does that look fun or what?
It does. Absolutely.
So, headlining acts, we got 2 this year.
Yes.
Night Ranger and Jefferson Starship. I'm personally excited about Jefferson Starship because they were actually a big fan of mine and favorite in high school. Now, clearly I was not alive when they were like touring originally, but I listened to their music.
It's just such a baby.
A little baby.
I've heard her sing their music.
Yeah.
She knows their songs.
I actually put performances on in the office. So.
Okay. Maybe you can get up and do a little cameo at the concert.
Or if you
something.
video that, Amy, we can play it right here on the screen.
We can create a video.
Those are private performances. just for the
Lip
team.
sync.
Yeah.
No,
there's some karaoke downtown. You can come take advantage of that too.
I love karaoke.
Oh my God,
I'm there.
She does.
I'm
She
there.
doesn't even need a machine. She'll just get up there.
I don't.
and go.
No, I love music, which is why I'm in this field,
Yes,
right?
yes.
No, it really is. It's going to be a great time. And then we'll have an opening act, Dial Up Radio. They're going to be busy this fall because they're going to be performing all around Mooresville. So find out more information about all of the events that we have, but especially more info on the Bands, Brews, and Barbecue Festival. You can go to mooresvilleevents.com. We also have the North Carolina Music Hall of Fame induction ceremony on October 16th. That's at the Mooresville Performing Arts Center. And lots of great things throughout the year. All the way through Christmas, there is no shortage of things to do in Mooresville. So visit mooresvilleevents.com. You can visit downtownmooresville.com to find out all the events downtown. Again, ladies, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
All right. Everyone have a great week, and we'll see you next week on iHeart Mooresville here on WSIC News.
Serving you better than ever before. 1059 100.7 WSIC, Statesville, Mooresville, North